just under a month, Hermosa Beach will be voting on Measure O, whether or not to allow drilling at the maintenance yard at the corner of 6th and Valley. Now, what does an oil drill look like, sound like, and smell like? Well, I'm not in the oil industry, but I have a nose, ears, and eyes. So I'm here in the corner of Sepulveda and Main, 8 miles away. I'm right behind an Albertsons, Home Depot, and Staples at this oil drilling site, which is sitting right next to these houses. So here's the back of the shopping center, where this is Staples and that's Albertsons. And right over here we've got houses. And right over here we have an oil well being drilled. It's a solid foggy day and that thing ain't so quiet. I hear it plenty. At the distance I'm at now, I'm about as far away as the closest houses in Hermosa will be to the oil drill. My take on it? This thing's loud. Louder than I want it to be. I'm right here in the neighborhood, right behind the drill, on the corner of Marbella and Realty. And here's the drill. So you and I can both hear the sounds. And here we are 2 more blocks away on the corner of Realty and Ravina. Nice little neighborhood. And over here is the oil drill. Kind of hard to see because of the fog, but I'm still hearing it. Although I do hear the train, and I can hear some of the traffic on Sepulveda 2 blocks away. I'm at my 4th location on the other side of the shopping center, right behind Home Depot. This is an E&B site, and we've got a pump pumping over here. Although it's going slow, looks like they're starting a new drill. This thing is loud. Although I am right on the street here, and I hear the traffic. When I was in the neighborhood behind the main drilling area, I stopped a gentleman and asked him what he thought of the drilling. He said, "Well, I've been here 20 years, and it doesn't make that much noise. You do see the lights sometimes at night." Well, he must be a bunch more tolerant than me, because this is way too loud for my taste. If this noise was in Hermosa, you'd be hearing it in half of the town. The main drill here did have a wall with sound blankets and blankets around parts of the drill, but the drill in Hermosa is supposed to be much quieter with taller walls. But I'm not convinced that it will be quiet. Plus, there are other parts of the project that will be very intrusive, like digging up Valley Drive and 190th to install the pipes. Now, up until now, I kept my mind open and didn't make a decision. But after visiting this drill site, I'm supporting the no vote. I guess I just forgot how noisy construction and machines can be. E&B, you had plenty of opportunity to convince me that this would be a good project and not be too intrusive, but you failed with me. If this vote goes no, you can't blame anyone but yourselves. From what I witnessed, you had a perfectly fair chance at the ballot. Well, what did the drill site smell like? I honestly didn't smell anything, but it was thick fog and dead still out, so I might have missed some smells if I could have been downwind on a normal day. So what does a no vote cost Hermosa? Well, it cost $17.5 million for the settlement of the lawsuit. I just hope that this doesn't make the city broke and the Strand winds up getting cleaned less often. It can get pretty stinky with dog poop and pee. So, $17.5 million divided by 19,800 residents works out to $884 per resident. From the full cost-benefit analysis, page 73, The city has $6 million now and would have to finance the $11.5 million, which works out to payments of $850,000 for 30 years. This is $43 per resident per year. If they finance the entire $17.5 million, that would be $65 per resident per year. So if you vote no, don't complain if the city raises property taxes and therefore your landlord raises your rent, or if the Strand gets stinky, or other of the city's services get reduced. But I'll gladly pay the extra $65 per year to not have to deal with this noise. And this is forgetting about any of the disaster scenarios. So, vote no!